thinking of you.
How is keeping me in the dark thinking of me?
One day, Ron. I knew one day before you did. Hardly keeping you in the dark, is it?
You weren't going to tell me though, were you, eh? Not till Mick Johnson blurted it out.
I didn't see any point in getting you all worked up over what might amount to nothing.
I had a right to know.
Look, that tea will be ready to pour now.
Did you hear me?
Yes, you had a right to know.
She is my daughter, you know.
Like I had a right to know that Robbie Moffat had threatened me the day before someone tried to mow me down in the street.
Oh, great. It's even worse than yesterday.
Everywhere reeks of curry.
Buenos dias, lovely ladies. Oh, not again.
Tell that sister of yours we clean. We don't fumigate.
Oh! Oh! It's a streak of uselessness. Christy! You nearly gave me a heart attack.
Shh. Head.
Banging, is it?
Ah. Oh, it's a doss house. Knocking shop.
Oh, go stick the kettle on for us, will you, Bridge? Oh.
Oh, look out, it's risen.
It's not like I've got anything to get it for, is it?
That's the spirit. Roll over and die, eh?
Buttered and marmaladed. Do you want me to eat it for you as well?
No, thank you. So, what time are you going into the happy house?
About 11ish. Well, Mick can hold the fort.
Well, I hope he's snowed under the snag, guess.
Oh, so destructive. What's the point?
You still got my dad boxed off, eh?
Anthea, soul of discretion.
It's a curry sauce.
It's right in the weave.
Are Leanne and Christy planning on doing any work today?
Yeah, of course.
Only we're way behind, you know.
The gents. That cubicle.
Oh, spare me the details. I can only apologise.
We know it's not your fault.
It's that Christie one. It's got her bamboozled.
6 of one and half a dozen of the other, that pair.
Get over it, Ron. You can't control other people's lives, much as you'd like to.
Yeah, well, you reckon you're such a stickler for truth and honesty.
Oh, for crying out loud, I was just trying to protect you from unnecessary stress.
Yeah, well, I'll be the judge of that, thanks all the same.
Well, I don't go a bundle on your judgments. You jump in with both feet, engage brain later.
Oh, really? But it's better than sitting on the fence seeing both sides of everything.
Oh, we're back to the court case.
Yeah, small matter to me going down for life, like.
My white lie.
Well, is it too much to ask? A man looks to his wife for support and loyalty.
And since when were you ever interested in my opinion? Since your freedom depended on it.
You've been nagging me for months about not keeping you in the dark.
You're not comparing like with like. Your little secrets with Mike put my life in danger.
I was protecting you!
Snap! I didn't tell you about Max and Jackie because I thought you had enough on your plate.
Marty could do with a pint over his head.
Very cathartic, according to Nicky.
So Jerome's definitely got his marching orders, then?
She's her mother's daughter, that one.
Well, as long as she's sure and not just saving face.
She said the trust has gone.
Oh, well, it's a hiding to nothing, then. Still, it's as well she knows now before they got too serious.
Oh, they were pretty serious.
Maybe that young doctor of yours could whisk her off her feet and give Jerome a taste of his own medicine. He's a good-looking lad. Marvellous jawline. Still no sign of her ladyship?
Oh, she's having a bath.
She's taking you for a mug, love.
And whose fault's that?
Our Jackie might have a good head for business, but she's lousy at picking fellas. And you sat on the truth for the whole night. You lay next to me in that bed and you never said a word.
Because there's nothing you can do about it, except work yourself up into an angina attack.
Do you reckon?
My feet are killing me. Yours?
Yeah.
Oh, is this bribery?
Everyone has the price.
Too right. Oh, do you mind if I have that one, bitch?
All yours.
Progetto?
Oh.
What kind of hours is Leanne keeping these days?
Oh, flexi.
That what they call it.
We haven't even finished the ladies' toilet yet, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I just wanted you to know that, well, not everyone around here takes you for granted. Enjoy.
Thanks. He's a lovely young homosexual, isn't he? Greenie Nudd's son was gay. Said he kept his bedroom like a palace.
Did you have a nice soak?
Oh, didn't get a chance. Christy fell asleep in it. Oh, he's gone all wrinkly.
So where is he now?
Well, he's just bringing some stuff in from the van.
Oh, well, you're not going to stick her in the office?
It's only a few titchy hearing aids. Oh, lighten up, will you, Lance? You're like an old woman. Hiya. Come for a caffeine fix?
Yeah, I'm one. Max has a no-show this morning, so I thought I'd take a break.
Shouldn't you be doing the lunches?
Should be, yeah. Max can get lost.
Oh, Max is all right.
Is he?
I always thought so.
You don't know, do you?
What?
Max and Jackie are an item.
You lie.
All loved up. Gives you a warm glow, doesn't it?
Anthea,
Your dad knows.
You're joking.
You promised. You said he'd only get...
It was Mick. He just couldn't keep the good news to himself.
I don't believe him.
Yeah, well, we could have all done without it.
tell me, how did he take the news? Did he? Stupid question.
So where is he now?
He's gone to see if you're at the health club. I thought I'd better warn you. Ron's on the warpath.
Yes, that's not in the rules.
You're rubbish.
He had no idea.
When did you find out?
The other day, saw him kissing on his doorstep.
What's Jackie playing at?
Happy families. What?
I don't know, it's just... Robbie always reckoned there was something between them. Mind you, he was paranoid, like.
And Max is still mourning Susanna. Great love of his life.
Yeah, right. It'll be Harry.
Yeah, but Jackie looked well into Max.
She just flits from one relationship to the next.
Thinks it to him.
They've sold their car.
Marty's even got rid of his season ticket.
There's true devotion.
They're pinning everything on the IVF.
Oh, dear.
And the chances of Diane getting pregnant this time are even less than they were the first time around.
Maybe they'll strike lucky.
You've got to have faith, haven't you? Even against all odds.
Of course you have, especially where your children are concerned.
Part of why I was reluctant to lend them the money in the first place was the heartache it would involve.
It's just as well you flush.
Hardly. Do you think I enjoy scrubbing toilets?
So what exactly did Robbie say?
Accused Jackie of sleeping with Max. Reckons they couldn't keep away from each other.
And Jackie reckons she only went round there because of Harry. Foolproof, innit?
Well, every time she was at Max, she had to lie to Robbie because he'd go off his head. Jealous as hell.
For good reason, maybe.
I don't think anyone has an abortion lightly, Bridge.
Some women do. I've read about it in magazines. They've had 6 or 7. I think Diane's still reeling.
It's terrible irony, isn't it? Adele's termination while Di's on IVF.
Seems so cruel.
I know I didn't abort my baby lightly.
Ron! Oh. All right, lad. Look, I'm sorry about...
Yeah, I just want to say cheers for ruining me life.
My hands were tied. Oh, Mike explained it to you.
Yeah? Mike? As if the news wasn't bad enough, you couldn't even come and tell me yourself.
Tim, if I could help you, I would, believe me.
Sorry, am I keeping you?
What? No, if there was any other way.
There is. A lie. A little white lie. Is that too much to ask?
The prosecution would see right through it, son. They want names, faces, places. They break me down.
Well, don't let them, then.
They throw the key away.
Look, I'm looking at a 5-year stretch here, Ron.
Hey, if I don't come clean about that gun, I'm looking at life.
I'm a kid. Are you listening to me? Look, I've only been married 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
The best thing I ever did was take me vows. Mean them. Every single word. How am I supposed to cherish me wife if I'm looking at a 5-year stretch, eh? What happens if someone else comes along who wants to cherish her? Why should she stay with me? Some stupid scally who tried to do a good turn. A gun? How stupid am I, eh?
You were trying to help.
Yeah, and you're gonna let me take the rap?
Tim, I can't go to prison, son. I'd be out of there in 2 minutes, feet first in a body bag.
You did kill someone. I haven't done anything bad. Only stupid.
Look, Tim, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go.
You messing? I'm whinging past myself here because I might go down. And you've got to crack on.
I'm sorry.
You've raised your kids. You're a granddad. Your life's over. But mine's only just begun. Me and Emily have got plans. 5 years will kill me, Ron. But you... one day your grandkids will find out you're a coward.
Good of you to join us.
Yeah, well, I've been taking 5 with Katie Rogers.
I'd like you to sort out next week's menus.
No?
Need to get more organised. In fact, why don't you have a stab at the next 2 weeks?
Fine. Beat sweating cobs in there.
Indeed. And I'll get on with some paperwork.
I often wonder what the baby would have looked like.
You're bound to.
And when Greg died, it brought it all back. I kept thinking he was taken from me as punishment. Retribution.
No, Jess.
Oh, I don't feel like that now. But I was demented with grief. An abortion was the right decision for me at that time. It was my only option. You disapprove?
It's something I could never do.
Never say never.
I do believe it's wrong, Jess, to wipe out a human life.
And I respect you for it. Just as I hope you respect my right to my views. We've all been blessed with free will. And how we exercise that is between us and our God, if we have one.
I think we've to agree to disagree on this one.
Fine by me.
Dad, you need to sit down and calm down.
Worried I'll have an angina attack?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, well, you should have thought about that before you started seeing him, the merry widower.
It's hardly that.
He goes through wives like a dose of salts.
Do I get to say anything?
I'm on trial for murder.
Obviously not.
And he'd be wits about me family about me.
Yeah, and you've got all that. But life goes on for the rest of us, you know.
Every night, I'm worried sick in case I'm going to be locked up for life, and all the time you're nicely tucked up with him in here, his latest conquest.
Oh, cheers, Dad.
And I don't need your lip, Jackie. This trial, Clint, it's a living nightmare. You and Michael are the most precious things in the world to me.
Dad.
And to see you make a fool of yourself like this, humiliate the whole family by courting that waster.
You don't know him.
I've lived next door to him for 12 years. How can you be so selfish?
Falling in love is selfish.
Love? You trying to put me in an early grave?
Not now, Sonny. Run along to prison, there's a good lad.
Hey, less of that. You've got to stay upbeat.
What's the point?
Was Dicko legging it round to the cop shop?
Nope. Just going to number 7.
Good. There's still time then.
What, to top myself?
No, to come up with something. There's got to be a way.
Suppose one good thing's come out of this.
Oh, aye, what's that?
I'll never get shafted again.
Oh, that's the spirit.
I was doing Dicko a favour. Didn't even make a penny from it. 5 years in the slammer, and I won't have a bean to show for it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. When I go to prison, I'm going to learn every trick in the book. And when I get out, I'm only going to do jobs that get me wadded.
Oh, just like that?
I mean it. I'm going to get a stash in the bank, set enemy for life, and do no more favours. Yeah.
That's, It's Harry, isn't it?
No.
Of course it is, Jack. You're bound to feel a pull towards him because of Harry.
Do you realise how insulted I am?
Not top of the list of my concerns at the moment.
And you call me selfish?
Jackie, I'm a fella myself, remember, and I've got Maxie's card marked. Believe me, leopards do not change their spots.
But you cheated on me, Mum.
Yeah, but that was years ago.
Exactly. People change. Max has changed.
Come on, Jack.
Look, Dad, I am Harry's mum, but that's not why we're together. Yeah, OK. Harry made us closer. But then we fell in love, and you should be happy for me.
Patricia, Susanna, all the flings, all the floozies, I've seen them come and go. And I've heard the slang in matches.
Dad, that's history.
It'll ruin your life, love.
Christy had murder. He wanted 6s, but they sent a load of 9s.
Leanne, why don't you tell Christy that you want to keep your career and your love life separate?
Because we're a team. Takings are up and profit margins have gone bonkers.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that when Anthea does the books.
We're sitting on a gold mine.
We're sitting on a stash of knock-off flip-flops, malted milks and hearing aids.
Wrong down, Thomas. They're only in here because storage space is at a premium.
Leanne, if the police find out you've been having stay-behinds, Bev will lose her licence.
Well, she shouldn't have ran off and left me holding the baby then, should she? I'm going for a waz.
What's with the cash-only signs?
That's a Dutch influence, that is. The 8 credit cards in Holland.
All that cannabis must have addled their brains. Excuse me.
I'm letting you go.
I've only just got here.
No, I'm letting you go.
Sacking me?
Aiming for a leaner operation, you see.
Sounds fantastic.
Profit margins and all that. Sorry.
Don't be.
But you don't mind?
You know what? The morning I've had, you can stick it.
Bye. Here we go. 2 weeks' menus done and dusted. Produce on order.
Great stuff.
You know, chatting to Katie Rogers was very enlightening.
You and your chats, eh? Anthea, Katie, whoever next.
Well, I'm a sociable guy.
Well, you can rest assured that I haven't been twiddling my thumbs while you've been slogging away. I've been doing some paperwork. Well, you know how it all mounts up. 1 minute you think you're on top of things, and then the next minute...
You're sacking me?
All of a sudden, you realise you've got to sort out a P45. Never a dull moment, eh?
I must have really rattled your cage.
I can assure you that your sacking was entirely personal. Make sure you don't leave your smelly trainers in your locker, will you?
Hey, you've got to think positive.
I am doing. I'm positive I'm going down.
No chance. We'll think of something.
I'm going to tell Emily.
You've got to think outside the box, mate. Outside that box.
What?
I can't see the wood for the trees. I'm telling you, kidder, we're going to keep you out of prison.
What have you got in common?
Loads.
Apart from Harry?
Oh, so he's out of my league, is he?
Oh, no. Oh, no, no. No, you're way too good for him. But he's a posh boy, isn't he? He wants one of them Sloane Rangers.
Maybe you should credit him with a bit more taste.
Come on, love, you're not his type. Wrong accent, wrong radio station.
Oh, you're making me feel $1 million here.
Can't you see he's just experimenting? You're a bit of working class.
Dad, I've got my own business, so I think you'll find that moves me up a notch, actually. Not that I'm bothered.
You were born in a corpy flat. You went to the local comp.
Oh, Dad, will you listen to yourself? You're the snob. Max isn't interested in my credentials. We don't sit round counting our O-levels. He loves me, OK? He even loves the corpy flat in me.
Oh, come on, Jackie, wake up, will you?
Why does it have to be a battle, eh? Why can't you just bite your lip and keep stum and be there for me, whatever happens?
Because I know him. If he was a stranger and you said, "Here, Dad, here's me fella. 4 times divorced, 4 kids, never sees 2 of them," I'd be frantic with worry. But I'd have to give the fella a chance. But this is Maxie Farnham we're talking about. He's known you since you were a kid. He's watched you riding round on your bike, scabs on your knees, shouted at you when your balls got in his garden. He was already on wife number 2 when we moved here.
Look, the last thing I want to do is stress you out, OK? But I'm making no apologies for being in love. I'm just Sorry you found out like you did. Now, how about a truce sealed with a cuppa?
No, not for me.
Well, Max will be back for ages. He's gone to read Mick the Riot Act.
Jackie, I'm struggling to keep all me plates in the area. I need me family around me.
I know.
No, you don't, love. You got no idea. You and Maxie getting together is right up there with our Tony dying.
Dad?
And I can't handle it. Especially not now. So as long as you're with Farnham, there's no way I want anything more to do with you. Sorry.
Jackie can stick them in with your smalls.
Oh, right. I'll suggest it to her. Anything else?
How long you and Jackie been seeing each other?
None of your business.
Oh, well, I'll ask around then. Lisa, Ron, Robbie. Mind you, Katie helped fill in some of the blanks.
If you must know, it was about 3 weeks.
And the rest.
That happens to be the truth, you know.
I reckon you two have been on and off for years.
Don't be ridiculous.
Maybe Faye was just a decoy.
Now you're getting paranoid.
Is that what you said to Susanna when she could smell Faye's perfume on her? Or was it Jackie's?
Why are you so bitter?
And Harry's a test tube job, is he?
Yes.
How can we know for certain?
I know, Jackie knows, and Susanna knew.
So now his real mum and his dad are getting it together. Ah, isn't that neat?
Look, I talk to the children about Susanna all the time.
Bit too neat, maybe?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You say you're very happy together.
Here we are.
Both free agents.
You know we are.
Oh, that's my stumbling block, Max. If this is all so legit and you're above board, why all the secrecy?
Because we want to get it right.
Ah, it's like you're both ashamed of something.
And we want some breathing space before we go public.
I don't buy that, Max. I don't buy all this cloak and dagger stuff. It smacks of guilt.
Shouldn't you be down at the job centre?
Maybe Susanna was in the way. You know, Jackie wanted Harry. You wanted Jackie.
For heaven's sake.
Maybe she sussed that you two were at it like knives.
Susanna fell down the stairs.
Did she? How will we ever know for sure? Maybe you and Jackie give her a little push.
I'm gonna make you regret what you did to her.
Leave me alone.
I'm getting really tired of your ridiculous theory.
What have you got to hide, Max?
Us women like to have a look as well, you know. If there's something worth looking at.
What are you playing at? Getting involved with Max Farnham?
If you thought anything of it, then you'd end it now. Because if you don't, she's only going to end up broken-hearted like all the others.
Tomorrow night from 9, it's all new friends and all new Will and Grace. Sure, it wouldn't be Friday night without them. Next tonight, we're finally going to find out what they wore and which lookies got on the guest list. It's those highbrow celebs and their wedding hitch-ups. Juicy.
Now, you sure you don't mind dropping the children off at the nursery?
Of course I don't.
And don't let the argument with your father get to you.
Max, you didn't hear him. He compared us seeing each other to our Tony dying.
He was probably wound up. He probably feels bad about it now.
Doubt it. He said he wants nothing more to do with me.
Once he gets over the shock, he'll accept us two being together. You'll see. And don't worry. See you later.
Why is he so against us being happy? Did he say anything to you after you sacked him?
Oh, just the same old rubbish.
Stuff about us too.
It's really not worth repeating.
I don't see why we should have to put up with it, though.
No, just forget it. Look, I've got to go.
Oh, bye. See ya.
I've just mended my skirt. Do you know the one that I burnt with the iron? I was gonna lash it, but it cost a bomb.
You shouldn't have to do this.
Doesn't matter, I've done it now. Look, sound, eh?
It's a bit,
I've got vests come lower than that.
No, it's had to wear them all now.
Yeah, but it may be a little bit too short.
Well, what I'll do is when I get to work, I'll try it on and see what I am and the girls say. Right, I'm going. See ya.
Later, kid.
Ron Dixon tells the police who we got that gun from. I'm gonna be stuck away again. I'm gonna lose Emily. I know I am.
Then it's up to us to make sure that you don't go down. So get over to the Dixons and get him to hear you out.
There's no point. He blanked me last time.
Then go and find out when he plans to drop you in it. At least then we'll know how long you've got.
What's the use?
Listen, if you want to stay out of jail and keep your Emily, you've got to start looking after number one, just like Dixon is. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and go and do something about it. Go ahead.
So, what are you doing?
I'm just replying to an email off Beth.
She's not coming back, is she?
No, she seems happy enough where she is.
Good. So we don't want her spoiling our little setup.
It's okay, I'll be in charge of this place for a while yet.
But anyway, you've told her it's all going smoothly.
Yeah, I've let her know that the bar's in capable hands.
Good. But I'm telling you, there's a big future for us in this game.
It's going so well, because you and me make such a great team. Mwah. Dear Beth, the police are crawling all over the bar. The lousy gets have issued a warrant for your arrest, so stay well away. To love, Bessie, Leanne.
Dad, you've got a visitor.
What? It's you again. You come to have another go at me.
Look, I'm sorry for kicking off like that. Can you blame me? My life's about to be ruined because I did you a favour.
Tim, I've got to tell the police who got me the gun, son. I've got no choice.
How long have I got?
I'm seeing my solicitor at the end of the week, and he wants a name by then.
Doesn't leave him much time, does it?
There's nothing you can do anyway.
I might be able to come up with something. I'm not giving up. Got too much to lose. I'll let myself out.
Tim, I really am sorry, son.
Wait. Mick. I want a word.
Loverboy sent you over to talk to me, hasn't he?
No, just want to get a few things straight with you.
Look, I've already told Max what I think about you two. As far as I'm concerned, nothing else to say.
Well, I don't know what you said, and I don't really care, because what goes on between me and Max is none of your business. So you can stop all your dirty looks and your snide remarks. I'm sorry you got sacked, but it was your own fault.
The longer Bev stays away, the better.
We should be all right for the next few months. Especially when she reads the email that I sent her this morning.
Right, you put her mind at ease, did you?
Something like that, yeah?
You know, we could do really well for ourselves here. Your expertise behind the bar, my connections in the meat trade, we could end up owning a place of our own. A few of them, maybe. You know, and like they could all have the same theme.
What? Like a meat bar?
You're not just a pretty face, are you? You know, this place could be a springboard to us owning a whole chain of bars. We can make a fortune giving the average fella exactly what he wants. A nice juicy steak with a good pint to wash it down, and all in his local.
Well, it's not a totally new idea, though, is it?
It will be the way we do it. Hiya. All right, Stevie boy.
Would you do us a favour and ask Bev to give us a ring?
Bev? Why?
Well, she sponsors our footy kits and we need to replace the old ones.
Yeah? Well, I'm in charge now, and I'm afraid that we're not interested.
Why not?
Because I don't want the bar associated with losers.
Hey, we did all right last season. I mean, we had a shaky start, but at least we managed to stay up.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to find another mug.
What are we going to do now? The first match is next week and all we've got is those horrible purple kits. Embarrassing.
Don't worry, I'll have a word. See if we can use a bit of influence.
Nice one.
I'm not promising anything, man, but, you know, see what I can do. Well, I would, would you?
I wish.
And you, she's not exactly shy with the fellas, is she? Fancy a bit of strange, and I reckon she's just what the doctor ordered.
You've got no chance. Even if she was that desperate, Leanne would rip your tackle off if she found out.
Don't you go worrying about Leanne. Got her right where I want her. If the naughty nurse wants to play, then nothing's going to stop me. Dream on.
Anything I can do for you?
Not half. Steve, girls like a bit of attention.
Oh, yeah, I can just see she loves you piping her like some dirty old man.
All right, let's see the old. Sad. See you later.
Sorry about that.
Oh, men. Just can't help eyeing up women, can they? It's what they do. And when you wear one of these, you get used to lectures like him.
Just ignore them.
Then again, us women like to have a look as well, you know. If there's something worth looking at.
Chloe, could you take their drinks orders, please? Left something in your locker?
No, I haven't come to ask for my job back either. You know, I can't believe I agreed to work for you in the first place.
Look, I'm getting rather busy, so unless you've got something sensible to say, I've got things to do.
Spoke to Jackie before. She tried to convince me how much you two love each other and you don't care what people think.
This going somewhere?
What you didn't do was talk about Susanna's death. Like whether or not she was pushed down those stairs.
Well, that's because it was an accident.
I don't think it was. And I told you that. So why didn't you tell Jackie?
I am getting really tired of your ridiculous theories.
What have you got to hide, Max?
Nothing. So will you just go, please?
Not until you tell me what happened to Susanna. Because you know more than you're letting on.
Anything I can do for you?
Leave me in peace?
No, you see, that would be boring. And you don't look the boring type to me.
Oh, I know exactly what type you are.
Well, I think you'd be surprised.
I doubt it.
You see, us Murrays know how to treat a woman. Properly.
Really?
And we're famous for it.
Maybe I have been missing out after all.
Oh, you most certainly have.
So, what do you think my chances are of finding out for myself?
Well, you just name the time and place, and I'll be there.
Oh, sorry, I meant that hunky nephew of yours.
Oh, Steve? But he wouldn't say boo to a goose.
Oh, but I like the shy and silent types.
You see, I think you could do with a mature type, you know, a man of the world.
Oh, I know exactly what kind of world. I think someone wants you.
What was all that about?
What's that? Oh, no, I was just, you know, setting apart Steve with that Nisha, you know, he's mad about her.
Fancy your chances yourself, did ya?
Don't be daft. No, you'll see. Cupid Christie's on the case there. Why, you jealous of me talking to another woman?
No, it's just that she's got a reputation for pinching other girls' fellas, that's all.
As if a dream of looking at another woman.
Not in front of the punters. Save that for the stockroom. People are going to start getting jealous, you know. Not everyone's as happy as me and you.
So, you're really convinced? I know there was more to it than just an accident.
Yes, I've looked into more explanations as well, but you have to accept that that's all it was. A horrible, tragic accident.
You would say that. The truth is, you and Jackie had a lot to gain from Susanna being out the way, especially Jackie.
You really are being absurd.
Why am I? She's got you and Harry all to herself. Reason enough to want somebody out the way, especially someone you'd grown to hate.
Get out!
What's up, Max? Am I starting to get closer to what really happened?
You are accusing someone I love of being a murderer.
Perhaps you're just trying to protect her.
I said out.
I'll get the truth, Max. Just wait and see.
There's a sandwich order for the salon. I'll be back in about half an hour.
Okay.
Managed to sing your claws into anyone else's fella yet? Oh, Nikki's on your own. She had to go away and stay with my mum because she was that upset over what you and that git your own did to her.
Change the record, please. It's all in the past. So let's start acting like adults and move on, eh?
Not as easy for her to move on, though, is it? Because she's still heartbroken. But don't worry. I'm going to make you regret what you did to her.
Leave me alone.
You slag. Push along, little girl. Don't touch me, you slut.
Oh, yeah.
Hiya. Did Anthea say when she'd be back?
No, she's gone into town with Beth.
Is my dad with them?
No, he's gone down the restaurant to see Max.
What for?
Well, what do you think?
Oh, I better go round there.
Jackie, you steaming down there might only make things worse. Just let them talk. You never know, Max might turn on the charm.
Oh, yeah, there's no way that's going to work on me dad. Oh, why can't he just mind his own business?
Because he's worried about you. And he's not the only one.
Mike, if I thought I was going to get hurt, I'd run a mile. But it just feels so right. And it's not just some overnight thing either. I love him, Mike. I really love him.
Hi. How'd you go on with Ron Dicko?
Well, he's not seeing solicitor till the end of the week.
Good. At least I've got a few days to put my plan into action.
What plan?
More of an idea at the moment, but I reckon I could be onto something, kidder.
Really?
Yeah. Tell me all you know about this Soto character and how he got you that gun in the first place.
It's not much to tell, really. Just a bad tool.
Been in a lot of trouble, has he?
Ever since he was a kid, yeah.
Good. What else?
He really likes giving people a hard time. He even battered Craig when we were inside for nothing.
Perfect. A no mark with no mates. Right. I want you to tell me everything you know about him.
Everything's against us. His past, his age, different backgrounds. But when we're holding each other, it just feels so right. I've never felt happier or more content.
Has this got anything to do with what happened between you and Robbie?
What do you mean?
Well, you were in love with him before you knew what he was really like. Maybe Max is just a safer option.
Nothing that I felt for Robbie or Nathan or anyone else comes close to how I feel for Max. Like, this is the real thing. Everyone else I've been out with, there's always been doubts. You know, it's never felt completely right. Looking back, I just thought I was in love. Until I got together with Max. I didn't know what love really was.
So it's a John and Yoko then, eh?
Totally.
OK. So long as you don't decide to start having bed-ins, I'll support you. Whatever anyone else thinks.
Right, thanks.
I want a word with you.
Oh.
I've seen too many heartbroken women come out of that house of yours. So there's no way I'm going to stand by and watch our Jackie become the latest.
She won't. I promise.
Yeah, well, your promises aren't worth the divorce papers they're written on.
The thing is, you're not really to blame here.
I was the one who got Ron the gun.
Yeah, but it was that blurred Soto who supplied it.
Yeah, Ron doesn't even know Soto. And I told the busies it was him. He'd just deny it.
Why should he get away with it? He's the one who's really guilty, not you. You were just trying to do someone a favour. Ron.
You've lost me.
Dicko owes you big style. If you can get him to say it was Soto who supplied that gun, you'll be in the clear.
What exactly is going on with you and my daughter?
It's simple. I love her.
You've touched lucky as usual, more like. An attractive young girl's got a crush on you, and you're filling your boots.
It's not like that.
I'll tell you what it's really like, shall I, Max? Our Jackie's got a son, and she's young enough and daft enough to think that she can kid herself into playing happy families to get him.
Look, Jackie and I, we've been through all this. Don't you think we'd realise what sort of reaction we'd get from people? But we don't care.
Maxie, I know what you're like. You'll just wash your hands of it.
Jackie was there for me after Susanna died.
It's called being on the rebound. And if I hadn't have been so busy with other things, I'd have spotted it and put a stop to it straight away.
The last thing I was looking for was a relationship with anyone. Never mind Jackie. No matter what you or anyone else thinks, we love each other.
If you thought anything of it, then you'd end it now. Because if you don't, she's only going to end up broken-hearted like all the others. Now, you know it, and I know it.
So is it true about you and Max, then? Yes, it is. You on glue or something? Look, I don't care what you or anyone else thinks. We're happy, so deal with it.
What are you playing at? Getting involved with Max Farnham, helping him go for the record for failed relationships, are you?
We love each other, okay?
Yeah, right. Not so long ago, he hated his guts.
I liked him as a person for ages. But lately it's turned into something more, something special.
I don't remember you ever telling me that you liked him, and I was supposed to be your best mate.
Yeah, well, it all started when I was pregnant with Harry. But you weren't exactly supportive at the time, were you? If you remember.
Maybe we weren't as close as we thought we were. I'm just glad you don't have to put up with your whinging when he dumps you.
Aye, aye. Thought you two weren't speaking.
Well, no, I don't think we're ever likely to again either.
How come?
Just tells us exactly what I think of her and Max.
I reckon you best stay out of it. You okay?
Yeah.
Listen, do you want to come over and have a drink?
Well, she's in there.
Hey, you with me? Come on.
Even if the police believe Ron about Soto selling the gun, what's to stop him saying it was me, eh?
Well, if you and Ron say he's lying, it'll just be your word against his, won't it? And anyway, you were just the go-between. If the police have got him, they won't even be interested in you.
Soto won't be happy.
Tough. He shouldn't go messing around with guns, should he? Anyway, the beauty of all this is he really is guilty. It's not as if you're framing an innocent man, is it?
I've never felt so alone in my life. I've lost the two people I was closest to in the whole world.
Maybe you and Jackie will make up when everything's calmed down a bit.
All I want is for a dad to get life. If he gets off, I will never be able to speak to her again. If he does go down, I don't think she'll ever speak to me.
You and Jackie have been close for years, though.
I don't even know her anymore. I mean, she says she's in love with Max Farnham. Jackie Dixon I knew wouldn't have even looked at him.
So you think she's changed?
When she gave Harry away, she became obsessed. She would have done anything to get him back. She got exactly what she wanted now. And Max.
And it only took Susanna's death to get it all right.
I suppose so.
Ah, yeah? Am I that clever or what?
Looks brilliant.
Any luck?
Still no sign of a job. But looks like things are looking up at last, eh?
Oh, well, Kate, at least you're in a better mood than you were this morning, eh? Well, I can't think of a better reason to stay out of prison, can you?
The only problem is trying to get Ron to lie for me.
Jackie knows my history better than anyone. Do you think she'd honestly get involved with me unless she thought I'd changed?
So, exactly what has this new reformed Max Farnham got planned for my daughter?
I want to care for her, cherish her.
Now, you hear this, Maxine, you hear it good. There's no way on this earth are you getting serious with my little girl.
Well, that's up to her.
No, no, no. It's up to you, and I'm telling you you're not. Over my dead body. Or yours, if need be.
Are you threatening me?
All I'm saying is I can't be held responsible for my actions. You see, that girl is the most important thing in the world to me. And you're not going to hurt her. Even if I have to get another gun to stop you.
You owe me a drink. In fact, you owe me a few night outs worth.
You got us to change your mind over the sponsorship?
Thanks to yours truly, your team's going to be running out in a new kit next season after all.
Oh, nice one, Christy.
Oh, and that's not all. Do you know, this really is your lucky day.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say, thanks to me, you could be in with the naughty nurse over there.
What have you been saying?
Never mind all that, just get in there.
Hi, Steve.
Hiya.
Your Christy was telling me that you're a bit bashful.
Oh, ignore him, he's full of it.
Don't be too hard on him. He might have done you a favour.
How do you mean?
Well, seeing as you're so shy, I was thinking of asking you out for a drink.
Really? I mean, sound?
You and Katrina have finished, haven't you?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I haven't spoke to her since we split up.
Good. How about tomorrow night, then?
Sounds great, yeah?
Cool.
Shouldn't you be at home playing Happy Families now?
I'm waiting for Max.
You know, if I was Max, I wouldn't feel too safe around you.
What are you going on about now, Mick?
Well, you'd have Harry all to yourself, wouldn't you? If Max suddenly had a little accident.
Oh, you're off your head.
Poor Susanna never stood a chance, did she?
Mick, get off me.
You've done very nicely out of her death, haven't you? So nicely, in fact. I reckon you could have killed her.
Oh, but it's okay for you to say what you like about me, isn't it?
What's going on over there?
Our relationship isn't like that.
Oh, relationship. Is that what you call it?
You sure she's going to recognise you camouflaged as a deck jet?
There's no way I'm having my daughter going out with Maxie Farnham.
So, you going to keep us in suspense, or what?
You leave Yvonne out of this.
Not nice, is it? People discussing your personal life.
And there's more personal business tomorrow at the same time, 8 o'clock. Next up, it's all right for some cash to spare and time on their hands finding a holiday home in the south of France, in a place in the sun.
Believe me kicking off like that.
No, just ignore him.
How can I? He as good as accused me of pushing Susanna down the stairs.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that doesn't give him an excuse to say whatever pops into his head. I've got a good mind to go round there now and put him straight.
What good will that do?
Well, and let him know that he can't go round making wild accusations for a start. What kind of fantasy world does he live in, eh?
I can't imagine he was serious.
Well, he sounded pretty serious to me. Yeah, I know that.
Why? Where are you going?
I'm going to get this sorted.
Jackie, will you please stop and listen to yourself? You're starting to sound as paranoid as he is. Look, if you go round there right now, you'll just be letting him know that he's got to you.
Oh, so I should just let him go on bad-mouthing me?
He probably would have forgotten about it by now. And so should you.
Can I come in? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise you were in bed.
Oh, you're all right. I was getting up in a minute anyway.
There's plenty of hot water if you fancy a shower.
There's an offer.
I thought you might like a bacon butty and some tea.
That's all. Tell you what, that Ray of yours is a lucky man.
Get away with you.
Jessie.
Yeah?
I was about to get up, and the thing is, I'm not much of a pyjamas man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
I don't have to take this from you.
Oh, but it's okay for you to say what you like about me, isn't it?
What's going on over there?
Dunno. I'm not being told what I can or can't say by the likes of you.
Oh, you see, that's where you're wrong. There's laws, you know.
There's laws against toppling people and all.
There you go again.
It's a free country. I can say what I like.
Aye, aye. I thought me and Jackie were the ones supposed to be providing all the outdoor entertainment round here.
Don't worry, I'm going. And don't say you haven't been warned, OK?
What have you been up to?
It's not me that's been up to anything, Jimmy.
Come on, you can't leave it like that. What's going on?
I'm on to her and she's rattled. Why else would you kick off at me in public?
Whoa, rewind. You've lost me there. Rattled about what?
The fact that I'm on to her about Susanna's death.
What, you think Jackie had something to do with what happened to Susanna? She fell down the stairs.
That's what everyone round here assumes, Jimmy, including the busies. But now, I'm not so sure.
Eh?
I think Jackie gave her a helping hand.
Listen, I've known Jackie Dixon for years. And there is defo no way she's a murderer.
Is it all right if we go to Michelle's tonight? Fine by me. Marty?
Yeah?
Not too late, though. Back by 10:30.
Can't I stay out a bit later?
Why?
Michelle's mum lets her stay out much later.
I don't know what you two can find to talk about for all those hours on end.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Makeup, music and lads.
We're only watching a video. Michelle's mum's going to be there and everything. I'll tell you what. 11, no later.
11? You're treating me like a kid. I'm 15.
We know.
There's girls in my school 2 years below me that get to stay out later than that.
OK, I'll pass, but that's my final answer.
Is that your final answer?
Come on, you've already got an extra hour. Don't push your luck.
Thanks. Oh, have you seen me red top?
I think it's in the wash basket.
It's not clean.
I don't think so. Why?
Well, I was going to wear it tonight.
But that's your favourite top. I thought you were only going round to Michelle's.
I am.
Doesn't matter.
Do you think you could iron this for me?
Aye, aye. Have you got a hot date by any chance?
Well, I don't know about hot, but yeah. Meeting Nisha for a drink later.
Don't you think you're taking this idea of the NHS being more accessible a bit far?
Marty, isn't that the girl who got involved with Nicky's fella?
Yeah?
You sure that's the type of girl you want to be involved with?
But it's only a drink.
Hey, if she'll give that Jerome lad the once over, our Steve's a dead cert.
All I'm saying is I hope he knows what type of person she is.
Of course he does. That's why he's asked her out in the first place. Go on, lad, fill your boots.
Hiya. I've just come for a quick word with me dad.
All right. I make myself scarce, don't I?
Thanks.
If you've come to ask if I've changed my mind about you and Max, then you're wasting your time.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
So that's it then?
That's up to you, innit?
So either I forget about seeing Max, or you won't speak to me.
It's about the size of it, yeah.
That's blackmail.
Call it what you like. I'm just trying to save you making a big mistake.
Seeing Max is not a mistake. It's the right choice for me.
Oh, yeah. And 2 seconds ago, Nathan was the right choice. You don't have to go out with a fella just because he asks you.
Dad, you make me sound desperate or something.
Desperate to get Harry back, maybe?
So you don't even believe that I'm sincere?
Jackie, let's face facts. Maxie Farnham is no Michael Douglas, and you're just the latest in a long line of women who he's pledged undying love to, then dumped as soon as he's got bored.
Dad, he's changed.
No, you've changed. You've been taken in by his smooth patter.
Our relationship isn't like that.
Old relationship. Is that what you call it?
Well, we're together, right? And we're staying together no matter what you say. You're being totally pig-headed.
Jacqueline, you carry on seeing Maxie Farnham, and you're on your own.
What are you looking for?
I was going to make myself some baked eggs. I'm sure there was some in here.
Oh, there was. Neil had it this morning.
Well, they're cheeky.
Look, before you go off on one, I cooked it for him.
Well, all of it?
He's a growing lad.
Oh, well. As long as you remember this is the Hiltons, and not the Hilton Hotel.
He was on call most of last night.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say, don't build up his expectations of what he's getting for £30 a week.
Now you're being daft.
Thanks for the brekkie. It really hit the spot. You're a lucky man, Ray, having a wife that can cook like that.
Well, I'll have to take your word for that, then. Are you off to work now, then?
Yeah, not starting till 2.
Well, I thought you doctors were rushed off your feet.
Yeah, but you've got to pace yourself in this game, haven't you? All work and no play.
Well, I'm off to town, then.
You never said.
I'm going to me mum's solicitors to see about her nest egg.
Oh, I remember now. You mentioned it this morning.
Must have slipped your mind with all this running around you've been doing.
Hello, love.
Hi, Jim.
How's your dad?
Oh, neither none.
Oh, right, getting back to normal then, eh?
Yeah, something like that.
Has he got a date for the trial yet?
No, not yet. Waiting's the worst thing.
Police been back in touch?
Dunno. I didn't realise you were so interested.
Hey, so long as he doesn't get Mick Jono on the jury, he should be fine, shouldn't he?
Do you know what the problem is with you and Jackie?
No. But I've got a funny feeling that you're about to tell me.
You're both determined to get the last word.
I certainly am not.
Yes, you are.
What am I expected to do? Sit around and watch you make a fool of herself?
You're backing her into a corner. You need to play it cool. Listen, Dad, I'm not keen on what she's doing either. But the more we tell her it's a mistake, the more determined she's going to be to go through with it.
There's no way I'm having my daughter going out with Maxie Farnham.
He must be going round telling people all sorts.
Such as?
Well, he told Jimmy Corkle that he reckons that I topped Susanna, and that was straight after I'd warned him off not saying anything to anyone. He's hell-bent on blackening my name.
But what he's saying is absurd.
I know that, but he's got it in for us, hasn't he?
I bet Jimmy didn't believe a word.
Oh, he thought it was hysterical, a big joke.
Oh, well, there you go, then. No one's going to listen to a word.
No one has yet, but that's not the point. I don't want him rubbishing us, making up mad stories. What if he goes to the police? I don't want them breaking it all up again, poking their nose into our business.
But the police won't listen to a word. I mean, he's obviously delusional.
Why do you think they call him busies?
Do you think he'd go that far?
Yeah, I do. We're going to have to have a word to them. The both of us this time and put them straight. We can't afford to leave this any longer.
Before you ask, I haven't seen the solicitor yet, but I'm going to have to.
Yeah, that's what we came to talk to you about. Mind if we have a seat?
Be my guest.
So, you gonna keep us in suspense, or what? They've got a cunning plan.
Listen, before you say anything to anyone, hear me out. I think there might be a way for you to earn a few brownie points with the court and for Tim here to avoid going down for a long stretch.
How do I manage that?
You give them a different name.
And that's your big plan?
Yeah, Michael's right. Look, whatever I tell the biz, he's bound to check it out.
Which isn't a problem. Look, this Soto lad, he was the one who got the gun for Tim in the first place. All you'd be doing is neglecting to tell them about one little link in the chain, that's all.
Soto? Why should I drop this lad in it?
Because he's bad news, and he's violent.
No, this is way too dodgy. I'm in it up to me neck as it is. I can't afford to get mixed up with this and all.
And that's your last word?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So, you studied at Liverpool University?
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were working on my biography.
Oh, it's just that it's nice to know a bit about someone when they're living in your house, that's all.
Fair enough.
I hope you didn't think I was prying.
Jess, I was joking with you. You fire away.
So you're single? Like my granddaughter, Nikki?
Yep. She seems like a nice girl, your granddaughter.
Oh, she is. But she's not the girl for you. I mean, she's been through a bad time recently. What with her fiancé carrying on behind her back.
Seems to have bounced back pretty well.
Well, on the surface, but... Anyway, what about this woman you were involved with? There hasn't been anyone since.
Nothing serious. And that's the way I like it.
Very sensible. You've got plenty of time.
No, it'll only drop me further in it.
I'm begging you, Ron. If I go up on an arms charge, I'm finished. It's not only me that's going to be affected. I'm married now. I want to settle down, start a family.
Tim, I'd love to help your son, believe me I would. But I've never even laid eyes on this Soto character. How can I tell the busies it was him that got me the gun? They know I was lying.
You do know Soto? He was round here the night it was all going off. He was at the party, you must remember him.
How would I? I was too busy hiding in here with Anthea, waiting for them scallies to kick the door in.
You can't miss him. He's lardy, he's got loads of curly hair.
It was him that was doing all the threatening, wanting to kick the door in.
They are? Now, did you hear what I was saying about him being a total no-mark?
He had me in a right state.
No wonder you were ready to pull that trigger.
If it wasn't for him winding me up, I would never have done it.
Exactly.
Look, Ron, you've had a spell inside on remand. You know what prison can do to people.
It's a nightmare.
Well, OK, if Tim was a hardened scally like Soto, I'd say fair enough, you know, tell him everything and let the lad fend for himself.
Like me dad did, you mean?
Mike, I hear what you're saying, and I know why you're saying it. But this way, at least your old fella can still give the business what they want, and hopefully win a few points with the court. What you say, mate?
All right. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll tell the busies it was Soto.
Dad?
Michael, don't you see, son? If it hadn't have been for that Soto, Tim wouldn't have been able to get the gun and I wouldn't be facing life in the nick. He's going to pay for what he's done to this family.
The solicitor says my mum's skint.
I thought she had money put by.
She does. All £2,000 worth.
Is that all?
She must have frittered it away over the years.
How did she manage to spend it all?
I've no idea. But it means she won't be able to afford private health care now. I mean, £2,000 is not going to cover her expenses, is it?
Look on the bright side.
I didn't know there was one.
Well, this way she qualifies for free care. At least this way she got some benefit from her money, while she could really appreciate it.
Feels like you're in the biggest blockbusting movie of all time.
Here he comes.
The parts that your donkey's rear end.
You sure she's going to recognise you camouflaged as a deck chair?
Take no notice. You look lovely.
Thanks.
Where are you taking her?
We're having a drink at Bev's.
Well, you watch out. These older women can be deadly.
Marty, will you leave him alone? You got your keys?
Here, son. Have yourself a top night. And don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That leaves you plenty of scope.
See you later.
You do realise that with our Steve out, Anthony at Bridget's and Adele going to Michelle's, we're going to have the place to ourselves.
You don't miss a trick, do you?
Well, let's try not to.
So what are you suggesting, Mr. Murray?
Well, I thought we might give the natural method another try.
Go on, then.
Right, I'm off.
Okay, love.
Remember, back by 11:30.
Okay, see you later. Sorry I'm late.
No sweat.
Katie was having a bit of a crisis.
How is she?
Oh, you know, up and down. Still struggling to come to terms with it all.
Must be hard, that. Losing someone you love.
Speaking of which, how are you getting over Katrina?
There's nothing to get over.
I thought you two were getting engaged.
That was her idea.
And you weren't as keen?
I just don't like having my whole life mapped out for me.
A bit of a free spirit, eh?
Something like that. Yeah, listen, do you mind if we change the subject? I just don't want to be moaning on about me and seeing like some sad case. She's ancient history.
Yeah, sure. In that case, you better get them in.
Sound. What are you having?
Whatever you're having.
2 pints, please, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
So, what's on the cards for us tonight?
I thought we could go clubbing in town.
All right. You sure you can afford it? You know, I know you're signing on.
We'll have to split the cab, but yeah, I should be able to manage it.
Cool. So what happened with your job, if you don't mind me asking?
I was sick of it, so I handed in my cards.
Just like that?
There's no point in sticking with something if it makes you unhappy. Or because it's what's expected of you.
Yeah, but that's life for most people, isn't it? Making compromises.
Not for me, it isn't. I fell into that trap with Katrina. Never again.
So you're ready to break a few hearts, then?
Could be.
Sounds like I better watch myself in that case.
Nah, you're safe.
Too safe, I hope.
If you come to offer me my job back, you can forget it.
Oh, no worries. We wouldn't hire you if you were the last cook on the planet.
So, what do you want?
Jackie's very upset.
That's the understatement of the century. Where do you get off by telling people that I pushed Susanna down a flight of stairs?
Did I not? I
Oh, so you did say it?
said you might have.
Mick, stop playing games. You must know what you've said.
So what if I did?
You can't be serious.
I know you've been a bit unhinged since Yvonne gave you the elbow, but this is low, even for you.
You leave Yvonne out of this.
Not nice, is it? People discussing your personal life.
What's up?
I feel like a teenager.
So do I.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to make do with me. You go upstairs.
Yeah.
Flaming hell.
Ignore it.
I best not. Whoever it is, I'll tell him to call back tomorrow. Hello?
Can you pick me up? Not really. The thing is, I'm in Wigan.
It's our Adele.
Tell her if she wants to stay at Michelle's overnight, the answer's no.
She's not at Michelle's.
Where is she then?
Wigan.
Wigan? What's she doing there?
She's gone clubbing.
The little madam. Here. Adele? Can't you get a taxi? She said So she's stuck. There's a problem with the trains and she's no money for a cab. She wants to know if we'll talk to the cabbie and tell him we'll pay him when he gets here.
Mum? Mum, are you there?
We haven't got enough money in the house. We haven't got any in the bank either.
Hang on a sec. What are we going to do?
Well, it's not as if we can go and pick it up, is it? I mean, not without a car.
What about Steve?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be made up, isn't he? Out on a date with Nisha, the first girl he's seen since Trona.
Unless you can think of anything else.
Mum?
I can't believe how stupid she's been.
Just
she's
give us a
stuck
sec.
on her own in a place she doesn't know. At this hour, anything could happen to her. What was she thinking about, eh? Lying to us like that?
She wasn't. And let's face it, that's her speciality these days. Listen, Del.
So, how come the police never said it was murder?
It wasn't like over the road. Someone with a great big hole in him, and your owl fella standing over them with a gun. Susanna's death looked like an accident. Doesn't mean it was.
Preposterous.
Listen, Max. Jackie already did one go at Susanna that night, and Susanna reckoned that she had it in for her.
Michael, will you just stop and listen to yourself? Me and Susanna weren't getting on, but if anyone had it in for her, it was you.
You were desperate for Harry. You'd have done anything.
Look, if Jackie had been that desperate, she would have gone to the courts.
It'd take months. Years, maybe. Why wait all that time, eh? You've been as cool as you like since Susanna died. No tears, nothing. I mean, doesn't that strike you as being a bit weird?
People react in different ways. Look, Jackie has been a tower of strength for me through this whole thing.
Oh, I bet she has. Well, you've been falling to bits. She's been getting right into you. It's all come together very nicely for the two of you, hasn't it?
I'm not staying one more second to listen to this garbage.
Think about it, Max. It all makes sense. While you were grieving over Susanna, she was worming her way in.
Actually, I wasn't sure if this was such a good idea, you know?
How come?
Well, you are, you know, a little bit younger than me.
Yeah, not by that much.
Yeah, but when you're in your 20s, younger blokes are usually a dead loss.
Thanks a bunch.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, blokes your age are usually into watching footy and hanging out with the lads. You know, the last people you can manage to have a decent conversation with as well as have a laugh.
So, I passed the test then, have I?
No, wouldn't go that far. But you passed the first round.
I don't have much in common with lads my own age, to tell you the truth. They just seem a bit immature to me.
Glad to hear it. But let's hope you're not too mature, eh? How about getting that cab?
Ready when you are. Oh. Yeah? Wigan? But I'm about to go into town now with Nisha. Okay.
Who's that?
Me old fella. Adele's got stuck in Wigan. I'm gonna have to go and get her.
She's your kid's sister, isn't she?
Yeah. Look, I'm really sorry about this ruining your night.
Don't worry, my night's not ruined.
You still going?
Yeah, too right. What do you expect me to do?
Maybe another night?
Yeah, whatever. See ya.
Don't bury your head in the sand, Max.
Jackie didn't kill Susanna.
Of course I didn't. And you're making a right show of yourself even suggesting it.
Or am I getting to the truth? Is that why you're so upset?
Listen, this is madness.
Why? She wanted Harry. She'd already had one go at Susanna.
No, listen to me. Look, Jackie didn't have anything to do with what happened to Susanna. I know that for a fact.
Hang on. There's only one way anyone could be that positive about it.
How's that?
If they did it themselves. There's things that still don't add up.
Gotta stop this.
All I did was go out with my mates and enjoy myself like a normal 15-year-old.
Do you know what? If I was in his shoes, I'd have had the police on the minute you opened your mouth.
Yeah, but he didn't. Did he?
So that's me in the clear then, is it?
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see, aren't we?
What do you mean, wait and see?
Hi. Time for a chat, Max.
Four's back in the close on Friday at 8:30, and over on E4 right now, it's Hollyoaks. Here on 4 Next, trying to understand a bit about why two mothers have given birth prematurely in the Real Birth Show.
So what are you going to tell the solicitor?
Am I going to bubble Soto, do you mean?
It's either that or put him, name in the frame.
I'll let you know when I've made my mind up.
Who does Mick Johnson think he is, eh?
Just ignore him.
He needs putting straight, I know that.
Yeah, well, it's not worth bothering with, is he?
Oh, yeah, after what he's been saying. One minute it was me who murdered Susanna, the next it was you. What is he like? Oh, do you know what? We should get the police onto him. Get them to warn him off or something.
I'm not so much thinking about it being Jackie now. There's something about Max, you know. He's got to be a much more likely choice.
In your head, maybe.
Look, something's not right. There's things that still don't add up.
Mick, what are you playing at? You're letting your imagination run riot here.
Is that right?
Take yourself back in time for a second. Susanna died accidentally. Everyone knows that. Even you've accepted it ever since.
Yeah, until the last few days.
Yeah, but nothing's changed. Everyone knows it was sad and tragic, but she'd been on the bottle and fell.
Things have changed, Jimmy. Like Max and Jackie suddenly becoming an item.
All they are two people who've been through a nightmare with each other. They're bound to grow closer together over time. It happens. Look, all they've been is company for each other and comfort.
We're talking more than company here, or comfort.
Mick, you've got to stop this. Max wouldn't have the slightest reason in the world to hurt Susanna. Never mind, do her in.
You don't reckon?
No. Look, they had the divorce all boxed off, right? So there was no problem between them there. He had access to his kids sorted. They were well set together.
There's still something niggling at me, though.
You're the one with the problem here by the sound of it, mate. Not Max. I mean, come on. What was he like when he heard she was dead? He went into shock, remember? Lad was a total mess for ages.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You just wound up, mate. You want to back off? Start living in the real world again. Not all this. Sticking your imagination into overdrive.
Yeah, I suppose so. Listen, mate, sorry to bother you. I'll get off.
Yeah, right, okay. And hey, take it easy, will you?
Will do.
Just kept staring at me the whole time I was out there.
I think he's going off his head.
I feel sorry for him in a way. You know, his kids have moved away, his girlfriend's moved out. It's bound to have taken its toll on him.
He shouldn't be taking it out on us, though.
Give him a few days, he'll come out of it.
You sure?
Well, I'm positive we shouldn't get the police involved. It'd be the last straw for him.
Okay, if you reckon.
Give it time, you'll see.
I hope so. What am I going to do with these?
Oh, well, they were for your flat, weren't they?
Yeah, doesn't seem much point really, though, does it? I'm hardly ever there.
Well, you could always...
No, go on.
make it official, move in properly.
Do you reckon?
I don't want to push you into anything, you understand?
But you wouldn't mind?
Me? Not at all. I'd love you to move in.
Right, I might just do that then. In the meantime, I'll go and put these in the airing cupboard.
Does this mean you'll be moving in for good?
Like I said, I might do, if you'll have me.
I don't care. I was only in Wigan. Wasn't like I was at the ends of the earth.
It's not so much how far you went, it's the inconvenience it caused and the fact that you lied to us.
Well, I wasn't to know, was I?
Well, it's a good job Steve could come and get you. Otherwise, I don't know what we'd have done.
Who's talking about me?
Me mum.
What's he saying?
Nothing.
Having a go at you about Wigan, was she?
All I did was go out with me mates.
You totally blew my night out.
It's not like I committed the crime of the century.
First time out with Nisha.
So, I'm fed up of sitting around here like we're at some funeral. All I did was go out with me mates and enjoy myself like a normal 15-year-old. And before you say it, I know what everyone thinks of me in this house. That I'm not normal because I've had an abortion.
No one thinks you're like that.
Don't they? Then why are they treating it like it's the end of the world then?
All right. Still playing happy families over the way then.
In a bit of a rush here.
I'll let you get off then. Hey, Max has really got you sussed, hasn't he?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's got you nannying for him and everything else that you're doing for him.
What a case you, do you know that? Going round bad-mouthing Max all the time, and me.
Only speaking my mind.
If I'd had my way, you'd have the police rounds at yours by now.
You what?
Oh, I was over calling them before. Anything to put you in your place. Only Max talked me out of it, didn't he?
Oh, good old Max. And why did he do that, I wonder? Has he got something to hide, has he?
As a matter of fact, he has, yeah. His feelings. And all the grief that's piled up inside him since last year. You haven't got the slightest idea what life's been like for him, have you? He found Susanna's body, do you remember? And as if that wasn't enough to cope with, he had to take over looking after the children as well. He never had time to breathe, never mind grieve properly. And now after all that, he's got you going around saying totally out of order stuff about him. Do you know what? If I was in his shoes, I'd have had the police on the minute you opened your mouth.
Yeah, but he didn't. Did he?
No, he didn't, Mick. Because he's twice the man you'll ever be.
Diane, have you got a minute?
Of course, yeah. How are you?
Yeah. Look, I wanted to ask you something. About Max. The night he found Susanna dead. See, all I need to work out is how come he chose that night to go round there and go inside when he'd been putting me off for days, said he couldn't even find his keys?
I haven't a clue.
But didn't you think to ask him?
Well, why would I? And anyway, why do you want to know now after all this time?
There's some things that don't add up with his story.
Sorry, you've lost me.
See, he said he went to a movie, but he was back well late by then, and suddenly he had the keys from nowhere.
Look, no offence, Mick, but I've got to get off.
He even fobbed his kids off onto you that night, didn't he?
Well, I had offered.
You see, nothing adds up. I mean, had he only just found Susanna? Did you know that for a fact?
You sound like you think there was something fishy going on.
Well, who knows, eh?
And that what, Max was involved?
Could be. What do you think?
I think you should move on in your life, Mick. What happened to Susanna? Everyone knows it was a terrible trauma for you as well as Max. And your mind was full of upset about it. I think you should put it behind you, Mick.
Hiya.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Listen, about the Wigan thing, I'm sorry I had to let you down.
Oh, no need to apologise. It wasn't a problem.
Can I get you a drink? Say sorry.
Oh, no, you're all right. I'll get my own, thanks. You're not exactly flush these days, are you?
So, did you meet up with any of your mates after?
Yeah, we went into town. We had a good night in the end, actually. All three of us got lucky.
You included?
Yeah.
Great.
Ron! Wait!
All right, lad.
How'd you get on?
I survived.
Did you tell the police that you got the gun off Soto?
You'd be glad to hear I did.
Oh, sad. Did they believe you?
Eventually, after they asked me a load of questions. A load of very tricky questions.
So that's me in the clear then, is it?
Well, we're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we?
What do you mean, wait and see?
Well, it all depends what this Soto's going to have to say for himself. More especially what he's going to say about you. The lad he gave the gun to in the first place. Look, I'm sorry, Tim. I'm going to have to go. I'm shattered.
See you later.
Hi.
Time for a chat, Max.
I'm sorry?
I'll invite myself in.
What do you want to talk about?
Bonfire night, maybe? What exactly went on in here? Between you and Susanna?
I don't need to listen to this.
Bit too close to the mark, is it?
You've got a nerve.
Too close to the truth.
The truth? Some sick fantasy, you mean?
Do I?
Look, for once and for all, I was here the night Susanna died. Yes. I was here the same time Emily was here. In fact, we left the same time.
So you said.
And Emily saw me go back to the flat. Okay?
Okay.
And Lance was at the flat. And he can vouch for me to the police because we sat down and we watched the film Shallow Grave together.
No surprise Lance vouched for you.
Why?
He fancied you. Everyone round the bar knew that. He wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of you now, would he? Unless it was in bed.
Oh, come on. Look, Mick, I know that things have been pretty bad for you recently, and it's taken me months to think that I could have a normal life again, so why don't you just let me get on with it? Hey? Instead of piling even more grief on top of me, because I just don't need it.
How can you talk normal life after what went on in here?
In some mad rush, are you?
Well, I want to make the most of my afternoon off.
You could spend it with me if you like.
Oh, do you need some help with your Wendy house?
You what?
I thought you might have to stay in and play with your baby sister.
How old do you think I am?
I'm not old enough for a real woman. Not yet. See you around.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, I might give you a call one night.
Oh, yeah, great.
If I get stuck in Wigan, that'll lift. Bye.
So, Susanna, right? If she was here today, looking down on you, what do you think she'd have to say?
About what?
About, you and Jackie shacking up together.
She'd be really happy that the children were being well looked after.
And if she was here now, and we could ask her what went on bonfire night, what really went on?
Hello, Mike Dixon. Solicitor. Could be news about Soto.
Hello, Ron Dixon. Hello there. Any word? Did they now?
Did they what?
The police have found a couple of guns in Soto's place, some cartridges and stuff.
I'll be him down to Swanee then.
Right. Yeah, of course. We won't be getting carried away. Big relief, though, yeah? Well, thanks for letting us know, anyway. Cheers. We'll keep in touch.
Well?
I said that they'd found a couple of guns, didn't I? Some cartridges, like. He reckons that the police are going to throw the book at Sato.
Well, that's good news for Tim. That'll be him in the clear.
Yeah, not like me.
If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police.
I thought you didn't want them snooping around.
Why wouldn't I?
You tell me. I'm only saying what Jackie said.
What did she say?
Said you were dead against them coming round here. I wonder why that is, Max. Hey? Too scared of what they might find out? Huh? Scared of the sort of questions you might start asking? Like how convenient everything was for you the night you found the body? Like why you left the kids with Diane? Huh? Like how come you found the body when you didn't have the keys to get in? Huh? Like, if Diane hadn't come and found you, then what would have really happened, eh? The body could have been lying there dead for ages, and who would know, eh? Where are you getting this from? Hey, is that what it was? Hey, Max, is that what it was? Hey, is that what really happened? Hey, when you pushed her down the stairs, eh?
I loved her. I couldn't have killed
You left her lying there.
I didn't.
Is that why she ended up dead, eh, Max? Because you were mad jealous of me and Susanna, eh? How jealous were you, Max? Enough to stop her marrying me, eh? If you couldn't have her, then why shouldn't I? Is that what happened, eh? If you couldn't have it, no one else could, eh? Hey, I want you to say that's what happened, Max. Come on! Say it! Come on! Come on, say it! Say it!
Mick, what are you doing?
Tell me the truth, Max. I want the truth. Tell me the truth!
Off him! Mick, get off him! Mick, get off him! Get off him!
Bet Ron was relieved.
Yeah, just a bit. Anyway, he wanted me to come over and let you know the score, so now you know. See you later.
Hey, thank him again from me, eh?
Yeah, will do. See ya.
Yeah, later.
Suppose I really should be thanking you, eh?
Listen, the best way you can thank me, kidder, is by staying away from guns in the future. No, hang on. Never mind, just guns. By staying out of bother. Full stop. Comprendo? Yeah.
What are you doing, forcing you in here? You've got a nerve.
All I'm doing is telling the truth.
Oh, Mick, get out of it, will ya? No way. Has Max got anything to do with Susanna dying? If anyone was responsible, you were.
Me?
Yeah. Who was it who walked out on her day the night she died? No wonder she hit the bottle.
She was seeing someone else.
Here's a surprise. Why, I wonder. Had enough of you, had she? The same way your kids have. They've walked out on you, haven't they? And your new girlfriend, Yvonne. She dumped you and all.
None of this has got anything to do with Susanna.
Hasn't it? Well, I think that maybe it has. The same way it's nothing to do with why you're around here now, taking it out on Max.
Taking what out?
All the mess you've got your life into. You scare people, Mick. You lose it too easy. Look at the state you've got Max in. You can't go around intimidating people like that. No wonder you're rattling around on your own in that house. And you're accusing Max of violence against Susanna. I've seen the way he's been, you know, from right up close. I've seen how wrecked he's been since Susanna died. And now he's got you to put up with. Coming round here and wrecking his house for him. And looking at him like you're about to kill him. Oh, you are one sad man, Mick. No wonder you've got no friends and family. No wonder they've dumped you.
You okay?
Of course he isn't okay. You scared the life out of him.
I'm sorry.
Just go, will you?
I lost the head there. I never meant to cause this, lad. I don't know what I was doing then. Accusing you. Why would you want to kill Susanna? I know how much she meant to you. Why would you want to kill a woman you loved for all those years? I've got it all wrong again, haven't I?
Just go, will you? Before we call the police.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let me in now.
Nick? You okay there?
I'm fine.
You don't look it.
Well, I am.
Been on to Max, have you?
Every last thing I've had in my life. My kids, my marriage, every business I've ever had, all for nothing. I thought Susanna was my future, you know? But now look. Nothing. Nothing. She doesn't know how lucky she is. Maybe that's where I should be. Away from all this lot. Keeping her company. No one would miss me, would they?
Mick, hang on.
No one.
Mick!
It's all right, Max. I'm here. I'm here.
Mick! All right.
What do you want?
You okay?
Just leave me alone, will you?
I'm worried about you, Mick.
Why?
Look at the state of you.
So who cares? No one. So do one. Jimmy, you know what the last thing I need is? Some amateur shrink giving me an ear bashing. I know how much they all hate me. I'm too heavy-handed all the time. I let my temper get to me and then I just lose it.
I'll take that, shall I?
More to come in Tuesday's Brookside at 8 o'clock. See the wannabes on the perilous path to fame and stars desperate to get noticed in Celebrity, The Rise and Fall, tomorrow at 9:15. Next up tonight on 4, it's Friends.
Have you got a problem or what?
I'm just worried about you, mate. Thought you might appreciate a chat.
Jimmy, you know what the last thing I need is? Some amateur shrink giving me an ear bashing. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Come in, okay?
You want me to pick this lot up for you?
I'll do it.
Okay. You have lost the head. So, what happened in Max's?
I went berserk. Accused of killing Susanna.
How can you believe that?
I don't know.
So what were you thinking of?
I don't know, I just lost it. That should have been me over there. Married to her, learning to love her kids, going through life together. That should have been me. I could have killed Max. Another few minutes. And for what? Because I'm some sad screw-up. raging jealous of him and his new woman. I came that close, that close.
And you would have done it.
Sickens me to say it, but I honestly think I could have. If Jackie hadn't come in, I would have topped the lot, wouldn't I? Me behind bars for the rest of my life.
Been there, mate. Not something you want to do? Having your kids visit you in jail?
My kids? What would they hear? They'd disown me. It's exactly what I deserve.
Your kids think the world of you. You've always been a great dad to them.
Yeah, that's why they both went out on me. Because I'm some sad, two-faced hypocrite. I blasted her, Gemma, for being stupid, for being naive, for being a kid, basically. After that night that she collapsed in your Lindsay's club. Had to listen to me give her the big lecture, didn't she? Huh? Her own dad, the steroid king. I'd pop more pills than she'd ever seen. What right did I have to go slagging her off for taking drugs when I was there way before her? Huh? And our Leo, you know, I find out he's got some girl pregnant. Some underage girl. And I come the big moral I am with him, don't I? Huh? I run him out of town. Me. His good old dad. Who rubbed the girlfriend off him. And then went with the mother. You get the hypocrite picture now?
Bit clearer, yeah.
I can't blame them for running out on me. I couldn't have let them down much more, could I?
You haven't let them down.
What do you know?
I know all about letting down one of my kids. If I'd been a better dad, our little Jimmy might not be dead and buried. You should be proud of your two. I made up for them. At least they're both well and happy enough.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Look, Mick, you might think you've let them down, but they've done what all kids do. They spread their wings and moved on because you gave them the confidence to. You've got to accept that and move on yourself. You need to be looking to the future.
Oh, yeah, I tried that one last year, Jimmy. The minute Susanna said yes, that was me boxed off for the rest of my life. That's all I wanted. And what did she do to me? She slept with that stuck-up doctor.
You've had Yvonne since, though.
Not anymore, I haven't. Not when she sussed what I'm really like. She couldn't stand the sight of me by the time she left. I might as well get used to being on my own.
I know that feeling. And when you've been so close to someone as well, and then you're not, it makes it worse, doesn't it? Like me and Jackie. We've been together for years. You'd think we'd be close, wouldn't you? Only that day I had, well, you know, when I lost it and ended up on that school roof. I remember looking down at Jackie and thinking just how far apart we really were. And how the further away I was from her, the happier I'd be. I was standing up there on that edge, ready to jump. And nothing mattered to me anymore. Because I was so on my own. I had no one to talk to. No one to listen to me. So, believe me, mate, I hear what you're saying.
Was it seeing you, Jackie? Stopped you jumping?
No, it was some interfering busy stopped me. Grabbed me from behind and melt.
Grab a chair, Jimmy. Have yourself a drink.
Oh, not for me, thanks. I'm still on my tablets. The two don't mix. Worse luck.
So, did he the busy for grabbing you, or was he right? Has it all worked out?
Oh, it will work out. In time. I'll get there. All I can try and do now, all I can do is tell myself all the good things I've got. You know, like our wills. They're worth more than all the bad stuff. Added up together.
At least you got your family around to be with you. Well, apart from Jackie. The way I've ended up, I've got no one.
Well, you don't need anyone else. You've got yourself.
I've got no one, Jimmy, because they all hate me.
Get out of it. No, they don't.
Don't they? You try asking Max and Jackie. Try asking Yvonne and Jerome. Or Tim and Emily. Or Simbad even. I know how much they all hate me. I'm too heavy-handed all the time. I let my temper get to me and then I just lose it. How many times have I let myself go? Let myself rip into someone? Hey, this is me. The two-faced hypocrite we're talking about. The big moral anti-violence guy. The one who nutted Dave Burns. The one who had a swing at Marty Murray.
Marty Murray?
I was even ready to have a go at our Jerome. That's why he walked out. He was scared of me. That lad that I tried so much to help was terrified I was going to punch him out. And over there today, I had Max on the floor. By the throat, Jimmy. And I was ready to kill him. If Jackie hadn't come home, I could have killed him, and for nothing. Because I got this stupid idea in my head that... Where did I get it from? Where did I get this idea that Max killed Susanna?
Your mind does these things to you when someone you love dies. You want someone to blame, don't you? Stops you thinking it might be your fault. It's that what's been behind all this. You feeling guilty. You thinking if you'd done things different, she wouldn't be dead now.
She pleaded with me, you know, Jimmy. When I was kicking off about Darren. She begged me to forgive her. And if I could, she still wanted to marry me. But I was too proud to listen, wasn't I? And I lashed out. I said, no way. I'm out of here, we're over. And I just left her. In bits. Totally losing it. And I just came home and left her to it. On her own, in the state that she was in. You know what I might as well have done? Pushed her down the stairs myself. If anyone's responsible for her being dead, it's me.
I'll take that, shall I? Susanna really meant a lot to you, didn't she?
She was like really delicate, you know? Could hold her in my arms and feel good. Really good. Like she was mine to look after. Like she needed protecting. I love the voice, you know. The way it could sound like old little girl, lost woman, and quite strong the next. I loved the way she'd take no nonsense from people, especially from Max. She had these eyes, man. beautiful, deep blue eyes. She didn't have to say anything. She could just look, and I'd just melt. I'd have done anything for her. I couldn't do the single most important thing for her, though, could I? Couldn't save a life for her.
Can't blame yourself for that, mate.
I know. I'm just sad there was nothing I could do.
So you reckon you and her, you could have gone the distance then?
I was well up for it, Jimmy. That's why when I found out about her and Darren, I just flipped, I guess.
Don't blame you. So what's the plan now?
I'm not the headspace to sort out a plan, Jimmy. Oh, I did have one thought, though. I'd dig myself a great big hole. Go and sit in it for a few years and see what changes.
No point hiding away. The minute you stick your head back up, real life will be waiting for you. Just where you left it. You've got to face up to things. If you're always running away, you can't go forward, can you? Well, you can't go nowhere.
So to teach you where your section?
Oh, you teach it yourself in the end. When I was in the hospital, I thought this had been a dream, but it was real. We were taken out for the afternoon, you know, just to get us used to the outside world again. So there we were, you know, trip out, a bit nervous, a bit lost. And we ended up in this big shopping precinct. And I remember there was music playing. And loads of people looking at us. Because we were all sat there together, you know, on these benches. And people were whizzing here, whizzing there, doing the Christmas shopping. And you know, around Christmas they have these displays, like Santa's Little Helpers or nursery rhyme characters. Well, that's what people were looking at us like. You know, all sat there. All the loonies let out for the day. Only they weren't pushing their kids towards us, like they would to the grotto. Oh no, they were pulling them away from us. And I could see all this going on, you know. And I wanted to scream at the lot of them, don't be scared of me. I'm only ill. And I'm crying, I'm that wound up. And then, out of the blue, this nurse woman is there. And in my head, you know, suddenly, I'm the only one there with my little plazzy bag. You know, all my mates have gone, and this nurse is there, smiling at me. And I'm telling you, Mick, the gospel here, I thought, this is it. I'm on my way out. This is some angel come to get me. And I'm just sat there, just running with tears like some 5-year-old. And I could hear myself saying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And then my head cleared, you know, and it wasn't some angel come to get me. It was this nurse, still stood there, smiling at me. And you know what she did? All she did was sit down beside me. Just me and her, in the middle of all these shoppers. And she put her arm around me, you know, round me shoulders. And that feeling, oh, that was the best feeling you could ever have in the world. Because this was someone who wasn't trying to dose me up and hide me away. She was accepting me for who I was. Some no-mark who'd lost it, who needed a helping hand and a talk and a cuddle. And we just sat there, me and her, you know, watching the world go by for ages. And you know what? That was the first time I knew it was going to get better.
This nurse couldn't send her in my direction, could you?
She's inside you, mate. Inside your head. I'm getting better. Because I've learned to accept who I am now. Not worry about who I was. Not worry about who I'm gonna be.
That's so hard, isn't it? Knowing what's for the best. Knowing what to do.
Only you can decide, mate, what tomorrow's gonna bring. You're gonna be out there making a new start. You're gonna be stuck in here with all these old memories, all those memories dragging you back. Are you gonna abuse that? Hey? Run away from it all. Gone for the big, long sleep option. The one you won't ever wake up from.
It's time I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I mean, I see people like me every day. Loads worse off than me. It's been the same all through my life. You know, I used to play on those bomby sites in town, and we didn't have all the fancy toys and the stuff that we've got today. You know, we had nothing at all and never knew any better. But when I look back, and I remember, I was one of the poorest kids around by a long way. It helped me to appreciate the things I had ever since, I suppose.
Everything you've worked hard for.
Could be why I've worked so hard. I mean, I've always grafted, no matter what I've done. You know, maybe I was scared of ending up back where I started. Having nothing. Being nobody.
Listen, Nick, you're always somebody. You're yourself.
Wasn't enough where I was growing up, Jimmy. You know, you look round at all the role models the young black kids have got today. And they weren't there back then. You know, they weren't on the adverts or on telly. It's like we didn't exist. Because all I've ever wanted to do with my life is leave my mark in this world. You know, show people that any snot-nosed little backstreet kid can make it if they try, black or white.
I'll drink to that.
It's time. It's time I got my life back on track. And stop worrying about what other people think of me. Stop trying to live my life for other people. You know, my kids. Or some woman I'm desperate to cling on to. Or some kid in trouble like Tim. Or even a mate like Simba. How selfish is that, though?
Mick, it's your life. You don't have to feel guilty about living it your way. What do you reckon?
What do you reckon? I know what'll happen if I stay. I'll go nowhere. If I get off, I've got a clue where I'll end up.
Well, that doesn't have to be a bad thing, though, does it? That's like, I don't know, taking a chance. Turning the rest of your life into an adventure.
It's down to me. Have I got the nerve to give it a go? I won't kick off again, I promise.
I hope not, mate. Yesterday was more than enough.
Me and Emily, I reckon one day we're gonna have a house like this. And 2 big flash cars outside.
Come on, dreamer.
Jackie,
What now?
I was just wondering.
Find out what's on Max's mind tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Well, next on 4, A Place in the Sun is in Bulgaria, where a country cottage will set you back just £6,000.